I think 5G should provide an overall better performance for users from wireless broadband services. I think the throughput can be improved, but I think coverage as well is an issue. So 5G can bridge the gap, and it can provide ubiquitous communication, and it can provide better performance for the user. I think as well as that, it can also potentially provide new services and applications that are perhaps not well supported by current mobile networks. So thinking about things like devices communicating and the future Internet of Things. I think those are all new features of some of the 5G vision, which 5G can potentially enable. Well, in terms of technologies, I think what's emerging is that 5G is going to require a combination of technologies and potentially a combination of frequencies. So perhaps in the past, where we've seen consensus towards a single air interface, for 5G I think it's more about different interfaces interworking and to enable a better performance for users, because some of the applications that are being discussed for 5G have quite different requirements. So Internet of Things, for example, has quite different requirements from a mobile broadband user, for example. So I think in terms of technologies, it will be a mix of current technologies and their evolution, so LTE advanced and moving forward, but it will also incorporate new things. And I think in particular, some of the new technologies will be around small cells and how you actually provide a very high density throughput, very fast speeds in a given area. And I think that also then leads you into thinking about spectrum requirements, and I think some of the new spectrum requirements will be to accommodate small cells. So increasingly we will be looking at much higher frequencies, and research is ongoing looking at various millimetric bands and their use for 5G. So I think potentially the spectrum requirements will be a combination of existing mobile bands, which will provide the coverage that mobile networks currently provide, but also higher bands to provide some of these new features. I think what government needs to do in the UK to facilitate 5G introduction is to support the pre-standardisation that the industry is currently engaging in at the moment, and in particular potentially to collaborate with other nations to produce a globally agreed vision for 5G that incorporates what the UK needs. I think the other thing the UK government needs to think about is the spectrum requirements, and I think some early planning of thinking about what the spectrum requirements are and how those might be met is something that could be started potentially in the short term.